today and tomorrow. Lord, I surrender all. My future in your hands, in your hands. Beg you take over all my life. Oh. Myself in your hands, in your hands. Lord, I place today, tomorrow, in your hands. Lord, I surrender all. Good morning, Winsome. Good morning, Sister Winsome. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday morning to you, Sister Winsome. Good. Mr. Card. I tell you, Sister Winsome ain't joking with me at all. When Sister Winsome come out, we make sure some understand her. She and her passive aggression. Good morning, Miss. Morning, Sister Winsome. How you doing, my love? Good to see you. Happy Wednesday morning, Winsome. How have you been? Card, good morning to you as well. Good morning, everybody. Winsome, I don't want to hear it, no. I don't want to hear it. Okay? I'm gonna read the Bible too, no. I go stay here with you for a little bit. And then may have other things I gotta go get taken care of. I was seeing my garden in 2 days. I gotta go out there and take a look, see what's going on out there. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? Happy Wednesday to you all. Wednesday is hump day for y'all. So all you single people who were on the live last night, today is hump day for y'all. So I don't know if we're not go. I don't know how y'all gonna take care of yourselves, but it's up to y'all. Good morning, the amazing M and G. How are you doing? I see Tamar Reed here as well. Natalie, good morning to you as well. There are several other people here. There is Debbie and Mary and Matthew and Luke and John and everybody else here. Good morning to you. James is here as well and Advira. Good morning, guys. Welcome into the morning live. You are in the live of from Trevessence. And this morning, as always, we are going to be doing our Bible reading. Now, for those of you who are just coming here or just discovering my channel, you may not know, but I'm going to let you know that yes, Felicia and Prettiker, I'm going to let you know that when you come into my Bible reading in the morning, you are not in a typical Bible reading that involves condemnation or conversion for anybody, where people are telling you what they believe and inviting you to come along and believe with them what they believe. That is not this place. Okay? What we do here, you never read my comments last night. You are talk about single people. I you say, let me not hear you win some. Me see you know. You are telling me what this same thing what them are tell me on the talk win some. Or when me are talk about why people single. Me fi ask myself that question. Well, me not ask myself. Me I ask Uno. Right, Cad? And asking myself why I'm single. Me not ask myself that. Me ask you all. Because all the things that I see going on the internet, uno shouldn't single. Uno should have find somebody. All kind of people. Hearty people, sick people, crippled people, every kind of people me see. I find people on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook. I mean, I understand, why uno not find nobody. But anyway. Yeah, when some I did see it. Anyway, welcome into the live, Layla and the others. Thank you all so much for coming. So as I was saying before, my darling sister Winsome. Oh, that me see over TikTok. I Mike that. This somebody over TikTok on live look like Mike. I know what on there. I can't look now because my phone. But anyway, Mr. Somebody look like Mike. So guys, as I was saying, Sister Emma G said, "Oh, come she not find no one on TikTok. You're not looking at the right place. You can't looking at the tick and the talk together. You know? You have to either looking at the tick or looking at the talk, but not the two together. All right." Me not do that. Me have to see you and like you. All right. Okay, Sister Winsome. I get you. It's one or the other, amazing Evangy. Can't be both, sister. It cannot be both. But anyway, as I was saying, back to what I was saying to those of you who are new into my channel, whether it is in my YouTube channel or my TikTok channel, I just want to let you know that when you come into my Bible reading in the morning, you are not in a Bible reading that involves anybody trying to convert you one way or the other. All right. I am simply reading the Bible for myself so that I can be aware of what is in it and what it is all about. Because after all, the Bible has been given to me. The Bible has been given to me from birth. And as it was given to me, so have I thought that so have I lived. Have I lived, that you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do the other, you don't do the third, you call to God for mercy, everything else that I was indoctrinated into and socialized into believing. And so I decided, all right, I'm gonna read this Bible for myself to find out what is in it. So when you come here, please note that I do not endorse any particular religion or denomination. I come here on my own, trying to understand what is in the Bible, and I have chosen to share that journey, to share that experience with you all. So that is why I'm reading it out loud. All right. I say what I say when I read the Bible. You will hear me say what I say. All right, what I say may not be in alignment with what you say or what you believe. Kindly don't stop by, don't waste your time to try to convince me or convert me into your way of thinking. If what I say does not align with what you say or what you think, kindly make use of your thumb and keep scrolling. All right, don't torment yourself or torture yourself by staying here and being confused about what Trev believe or what Trev don't believe. Don't torture yourself, because it will do you no good. Because certainly it will have absolutely no effect on me. But anywho, with that being said, Rooney Pooney, let us begin. If you have a book Bible or a Google Bible, roll along with us. Sister Winsome, Card, the amazing MNG, and others who have been here with us for the last 2.5 years since we started this journey from the book of Genesis until now. We are on to the book of St. John. You all are the real OGs. All right. So come along with me, guys, and let us do this reading. St. John chapter 10. St. John chapter 10 says, Verily, 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 I say unto you. You know, a lot of the Bible starts with that verily, verily. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that enters not. Watcha, as soon as we start reading the Bible, the flashlight shut off. We never hear this, huh? Alice, how are you doing, Alice? Hey, Bougie, how are you doing? Alice says, oh, Alice, you have such a great question. Alice says, why God let so much bad things happen? Oh, I can just feel the pain in that question right there. And darling, you're not alone with that question. Alice says, God is sleeping and not waking up no time soon. Alice, I feel your pain, my love. I feel your pain. It is what it is. And for those who believe the Bible and believe what the Bible say, whether you believe Moses Bible or Jesus Bible or Moses version of the Bible versus Jesus version of the Bible, I cannot answer that question because not even the people in the Bible could answer that question. If you read the psalm, you know the psalm is made up of a lot of songs and poems and lamentations from the children of Israel who were crying to their God, asking him, where are you? Why are you sleeping? Wake up, come deliver us. We need you to deliver us out of the hands of the wicked who are persecuting us, who are slaying us, who are causing us not to be able to even practice our religion. We can't even pray to you in public. God, where are you? So you are not the only one to have asked that question, Alice. You are not the only one to have asked that question. And the poor Jewish people, they lamented and they bawled, and they lamented and they bawled, but their circumstances remained the same. Can't blame them for asking that question. Can't blame you for asking that question either, because it is very much a relevant question. But anywho, since I don't have the answer for you, we are going to continue reading. St. John chapter 10 says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that enters not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbs up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. Have yourself a great day, Alice. But he that enters in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the porter opens, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calls his own sheep by name, and leads them out. And when he puts forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follows him, for they know his voice. And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the stranger's voice. This parable Jesus spake unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake unto them. So here Jesus was talking to these people, telling them, if you not come straight, if you not come through the front door, but you climb down through the roof or you sneak in some other way, you are nothing but a thief and a robber. Paul, you are here. Good morning, Paul. How are you doing? Just like if a shepherd is leading his sheep, once he goes out the door, they will follow him. They will follow him because they recognize his voice. But if a stranger should pull up and start calling the sheep to follow him, they won't, because they don't recognize that person's voice. Verse 6. This parable spake Jesus unto them, but they understood not the things that he was speaking to them. Then Jesus said unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out, and find pasture. The thief comes not, but to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. But he that is an hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, sees the wolf coming, and leaves the sheep, and flees, and the wolf catches them, and scatters the sheep. Good morning, Paul. You are very welcome, Amazing M&G. The Amazing M&G says, thanks so much for reading the scriptures for us. You are welcome, my love. Let us continue. The hireling flees because he is an hireling, and careth not for the sheep. I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and am known by my sheep. As the Father knows me, even so knows I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd. Therefore doth my Father love me, because I lay down my life that I might take it again. No man takes it from me, but I lay it down of myself. I have power to lay it down, and I have power to take it up again. This commandment have I received from my Father. There was a division, therefore, again among the Jews for these sayings. And many of them said, He hath a devil, and is mad. Why hear ye him? Others said, These are not the words of him that hath a devil. Can a devil open the eyes of the blind? And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of the dedication, and it was winter. And Jesus walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. Then came the Jews round about him, and said unto him, How long dost thou make us in doubt? If thou be the Christ, why don't you just tell us plainly? Jesus answered them and said, I told you, and you did not believe me. The works that I do in my Father's name, that bears witness for me. So you see, the Jewish people, even though Jesus is making these utterances about him being the Father, being the Son, being the Son of God, and being able to die and raise himself up, and all these utterances that he's making, that the Jews consider to be quite outlandish. Like, who are you to be making these utterances? If you are really the Christ, why don't you just tell us, man? Stop leaving us in this confusion. Jesus said, "Oh, no confused. Me telling you already. Me telling you, say, I am the Christ. My Father sent me. You still not believe. Me do miracles when nobody else has ever done. And you still not believe. What more you want from me?" Okay. Me figure say I saw him said to them, just like that. Yeah, because they still had a lot of doubts. But he said to them, verse 26, he says, but you all don't believe me, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. My Father, which gave them to me, is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hands. Verse 30. I and my Father are one. Then the Jews took up stones again to stone him. And Jesus answered and said unto them, many good works have I showed you from my Father. For which of those works do ye stone me? The Jews answered him and said, for a good work we stone you not, but for blasphemy, and because that thou, being a man, makest thyself God. That's why we stone you. Jesus answered to them and said, is it not written in your law, I said, ye are gods? If he called them gods, unto whom the word of God came, and the scripture cannot be broken. Say ye of him, whom the Father hath sacrificed and sent into the world, thou blasphemest, because I said, I am the Son of God? If I do not the works of my Father, then believe me not. Yeah, Jesus said, don't believe me. If what I'm doing doesn't seem like it is of my Father, don't believe me. Because in your own books, in your own scriptures, you call on yourself God. So how comes now that I am here and claim to be the Son of God? You want to stone me? Interesting, huh? Let us continue. Verse 38. But if I do, though he believe me not, believe the works, that he may know and believe that the Father is in me and I in him. Morning again, guys. For those of you who are just coming into the live, welcome. Thank you for coming. I appreciate everybody who has come into the live. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to, I want to know, a tap on supposed to tap on the screen, something like that. Yeah. Don't forget. And don't forget to say hello. Yeah. Therefore, they sought again to take him, but he escaped out of their hands. And he went away again beyond the river Jordan into the place where John at first baptized, and there he dwelt. And many resorted unto him and said, John did no miracle, but all things that John spake of this man were true, and many believed on him there. All right, that ends the reading of St. John chapter 10. The debacle continues between Jesus and the Jewish people. Some believe him and some don't. Some are following him and some are not. Some are questioning his presence and what his presence means to them and the threat that it poses to their authority, while others are following just like that because they have already been convicted of whatever it is that he is preaching. And bring your Paul, allow me now. Paul says, I bring your tithes and offering. Tell the people them in the chat, Paul, to bring them tithes and offering. You tell them. You can't come without a tithe and offering. When you go sit down, when you sit down and listen to them other blasphemous people on the net, you take out on the checkbook and you mail them check. Not true, Paul. They mail them checks. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For all them blasphemous statements they're making online. So tell them when they come over on my Bible reading, and bring on tithes and offerings. Exactly. And your tithe and offering includes a little like and a little tapping on your screen. You don't even have to dip in your pocket. And even that too much for you know. What wrong with you people? Mighty God of Daniel. Mm-mm. But anyway, we're gonna continue reading. If you have your book Bible or your Google Bible, no read with me. We are on to the book of St. John, chapter 11. St. John, chapter 11. Now, a certain man was sick. What in the world just happened here? That's interesting. But anyway, let us continue. Yes, Paul, tell them. Oh, that Craig. Good morning, my love. Good morning, Craig. How are you doing? Yes, so I may have to go with John. Me used to him already. That's why. Me stick to the evil when me know. How are you doing, my love? Good morning. Good morning. All right, guys. So let us continue. Let us continue with the Bible reading on. We are on to St. John, chapter 11. Miss Espinosa, how are you doing? Chapter 11 says, Now a certain man was sick. His name was Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. It was that same Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Now y'all remember when Jesus had gone to the home of the man. Was it the man named Simon? Was it that man? Was it the man named Simon? The rich man, the very influential man who had invited Jesus to come, and he went over there. And Mary, was it Mary or Martha? I thought it was Martha that washed Jesus' feet and wiped it with her hair. We're going to figure it out. Just to say good morning later. Okay, my love, no problem, my dear. Have yourself a great day, my love. We will talk. Winsome said, me think, of course, Lazarus was a man. Winsome said, me think Lazarus was a man all the time. Of course, he was a man. There's nothing here that says otherwise. He says he was of Bethany. He was from Bethany, a place. Let me read that for you again. Now, a certain man, we are on to chapter 11, Winsome. Now, a certain man was sick. His name was Lazarus of Bethany. Bethany was the place where he was from. The town of Mary and her sister Martha. That's the same place where Mary and Martha lived. And in parentheses it says, it was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. So they are making sure they make that clarification that the Lazarus they are talking about was the brother of Mary and Martha, and the Mary and Martha they are talking about was the same Mary who had poured the oil on Jesus' head, who had anointed him with oil and washed his feet, dried it with her hair. Therefore his sisters sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. When Jesus heard that, he said, This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Okay? So Martha them telling Jesus that Lazarus is sick. Jesus said, well, this sickness that Lazarus have is not a sickness unto death. By this sickness, God is going to be proven by Lazarus' sickness. So he said, when Jesus heard that, he said, this sickness is not for death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. When he had heard, therefore, that Lazarus was sick, he dwelt for 2 days still in the same place where he was. So Jesus stayed with Lazarus for 2 days. Then after that, said he to his disciples, Let us go into Judea again. His disciples say unto him, Master, the Jews of late sought to stone thee, and goest thou thither again? So after Jesus is now in Bethany with Mary, Martha, and their brother Lazarus, who is sick. After spending 2 days, he say, you know what? Me I go back to Judea. The disciples, Father, where you go back? Where you go back a Judea? Wasn't it over there where the Jews threatened to stone you to death? Why you want to go back over there? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Are there not 12 hours in the day? If any man walk in the day, he stumbles not, because he sees the light of this world. But if a man walks in the night, he stumbles, because there is no light in him. But me not think at that time, did they have, was their time back then just as our time with 12 hours in the day? I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what I'm thinking right now. Something else, something else. I'm gonna scrap that. Scrap what I just said. Let me continue. Verse 10 says, But if a man walks in the night, he stumbles, because there is no light in him. These things he said, and after that he said unto them, Our friend Lazarus is sleeping, but I go that I may awake him out of his sleep. Then the disciples said, Lord, if he sleep, he shall do well. Howbeit Jesus spake of his death, but they thought that he had spoken of him taking a rest in sleep. Then Jesus said unto them plainly, Lazarus is dead. And I am glad for your sakes that I was not there, to the intent he may believe. Nevertheless, let us go unto him. Then Thomas said, which is called Didymus. A Thomas them called Didymus. Hey, look at the time when Thomas named Didymus. My word, ain't that something? God said, notice how John Constant uses the word love. He calls himself the disciple who Jesus loved. Oh, really? Me never noticed that. I don't even remember him saying the word. Me don't remember that. I'm gonna have to take note. Thanks for that card. I'm gonna have to take note. Take note on that. But me not notice it yet. Because me get so taken up in this Thomas. And them called Thomas Didymus. Let us hey, I must one sentence them that right. Say Didymus stop tell lie. Didymus stop beat woman. Didymus. OMG! Help my soul, Lord. Welcome into the life. This is funny. Oy. All right. God say I'm still here. Thank you, amazing G. Thank you, my love. God says Mary and Martha, who Jesus loved. Yeah, he did say that, and Lazarus, whom he loved. Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't see anything particularly significant about him saying he loved them. Because remember, Mary and Martha have been following him for a long time. They amazing energy. Listen, if I don't laugh, let me tell you, the stresses of this life take me out if me not laugh. Trust me. Mary and Martha, God say, if you notice, say Jesus, the Bible says Mary and Martha, who Jesus loved. But the thing is, Mary and Martha had been following him for a long time. Them not leave him out. They're always there, washing feet, anointing with oil and all these things, spread out the red carpet for him and all these things. They have been taking care of him. So it's not surprising to me that they would use the word love, that he loved them. AG is in the place. Snake man is in the place. AG, you come just in time. The man in the Bible named Thomas, them call him Thomas Didymus. Let me continue reading. Let me continue reading. Reading here. Come on, yeah, people. Okay, I saw that already. Hey, James, how you doing? Hey, G, we are on to verse 16 of St. John chapter 11. Then said Thomas, which is called Didymus, unto his fellow disciples, let us also go, that we may die with him. So Thomas tell people, this Didymus, I tell the people them say, they if go with Jesus, go to Judea, so they can die with him, so the Jews can stone all of them together. Like, seriously? Then when Jesus came, he found that he had lain in the grave 4 days already. So that's how long Jesus did gone. Because remember, he said he spent 2 days with Lazarus, and then he left, and they were on their way to Judea. He said he was going to Judea. And them telling why you go to Judea, because the Jews over there are threatening to stone you to death. So why are you going back over there? Then he says he can feel that Lazarus is gone to sleep, like that Lazarus has passed away. So he's going back to go see about Lazarus. But by the time he got back to Bethany, Lazarus had already been dead and buried for 4 days. I know somebody think I did 3 days. At 3 days, me think me did here when me was growing up, you know. But see, the Bible say he was already dead and in the grave for 4 days. Now Bethany was near Jerusalem, about 15 furlongs off. I don't know how long is 15 furlongs, because when me hear the ask them, I came on as spark. around how much furlong. But this says 15 furlong. How long would 15 furlong? Let me look here, so. Hold on there. Let me Google this. How long is 15 furlong? Hold on. Furlong to miles. Oh, we don't know them the measurement there. So 1 furlong. 1 furlong is 1/8 of a mile. Yeah, 1 furlong is 1/8 of a mile. So 8 furlongs would make 1 mile. So if 2, 8, 16. So 16 furlongs would make 2 miles. And he says here that it was, how many furlongs does him say it was? 15. So it was about 2 miles. All right. All right, them win. Yeah, that's about, yeah, 15 furlongs is about 2 miles. So now we get to the math lesson this morning. What your card say about 2 miles? Yes, card. You must be mathing this morning, sis. You must be mathing. Okay, so let us continue. Let us continue reading here. It says, now Bethany was near Jerusalem, about 15 furlongs, so about 2 miles. Knowing some, me never go a Cayman and struck. Let us continue. And many of the Jews came to Martha and Mary to comfort them concerning the death of their brother. Then Martha, as soon as she heard that Jesus was coming, she went and met him, but Mary was still in the house. Then said Martha unto Jesus, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother would not have died. But I know that even now, whatsoever thou wilt ask of God, God will give it to thee. Jesus said unto her, Thy brother shall rise again. Martha said unto him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day. Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? She said unto him, Yea, Lord, I believe that thou art the Christ, the Son of God, which should come into the world. And when she had said this, she went her way, and called Mary her sister secretly, and said, The Master is come, and he calls for you. As soon as she heard that, she arose quickly and came unto him. Now Jesus was not yet come into the town, but was in that place where Martha had met him. The Jews then, which were with her in the house, and confronted and comforted her, when they saw Mary, that she rose up hastily and went out, they followed her, saying, She goes unto the grave to weep there. So remember, Martha had whispered to Mary that Jesus was close by, that Jesus was on his way there. She whispered that. So the others did not know what Martha had told Mary. And then, now when Mary got up and was hurrying out to go see Jesus, the other Jewish people who were there with her, comforting her as she was mourning for her brother, they thought she was going to go mourn at Lazarus's grave. Then when Mary was come where Jesus was, and she saw him, she fell down at his feet, saying unto him, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother would not have died. When Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping, which came with her, he groaned in the spirit, and he was troubled. Let's continue. And he said, where have ye laid him? Then they said unto him, Lord, come and see. Jesus wept. All right. That is St. John chapter 11 and verse 35. Jesus wept. Then the Jews said, behold, how he loved him. And some of them said, could not this man which opened the eyes of the blind have caused that even this man should not have died? Jesus, therefore, again groaning in himself, came to the grave. It was a cave, and a stone laid upon it. Verse 39, Jesus said, take ye away the stone. Martha, the sister of him that was dead, said unto him, Lord, by this time he stinks, for he hath been dead for 4 days. And Jesus said unto her, said I not unto thee that if thou wouldest believe, thou shouldst see the glory of God? Then they took away the stone from the place where the dead was laid. And Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me, and I know that thou hearest me always. But because of the people which stand by, I said it, that they may believe that thou hast sent me. And when he thus had spoken, he cried with a loud voice, saying, Lazarus, come forth. And he that was dead came forth, bound hand and foot with grave clothes, and his face was bound about with napkin. Jesus said unto them, loose him, and let him go. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary, and had seen the things which Jesus did, believed on him. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees, and told them what things Jesus had done. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees into a council, and said, what should we do? For this man does many miracles. If we let him alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. Now, you see, when we talk about the politics that was going on, God says the shortest verse. Yes, the shortest verse in the Bible. Jesus wept. So you all remember I talked about how the Jews, they felt threatened. You know, it was like politics. You know, if the people start to believe in Jesus and the people start following them, that is going to cause a divide amongst the Jews. And the rulers at the time, they're not in for that. No, no, no. They're not in for that. Nobody's going to come in and threaten their position. Nobody's going to come in and cause this great divide. Now you remember at the first division of Israel, when Solomon's son Rehoboam was ruler. And you remember the man named Jeroboam. For those of you who have been with me, those of you who have been listening to the scripture reading. Now remember, Solomon left his throne to his son Rehoboam. And there was this man, there was this other Jewish man called Jeroboam. Jeroboam had been an antagonist to Solomon when Solomon was king. And so Solomon had exiled him into Egypt because Solomon was going to slew him. But he ran away and was exiled in Egypt for a long time until Solomon passed away and the kingdom was handed over to Solomon's son Rehoboam. And at that time, Jeroboam decided that, hey, Solomon dead now, I just a little son. Them are young people, them no know storm. Them are young boy, them no know storm. Me I go back at Judah because God tell me, say, in going give me a kingdom that is bigger and greater than the kingdom over which David ruled. And so Jeroboam left Egypt and went back to Israel, preaching and calling the people to come follow him and antagonizing the teachings that existed amongst the Jews. And so a lot of people ran off and came and went with him. He went to Philistine with all these people, and that caused a great divide in Israel because a lot of the people who went with Jeroboam were key figures in the government of Israel and also people who were handy support for Israel. And that earned Jeroboam the heir of King Rehoboam at that time. Okay. So here now, we see here in St. John. Oh, that Kaizen. Kaizen, what's up? So here now we see where in the book of St. John, the Jewish leaders, they are not happy that Jesus is performing all these miracles and all these people are gravitating towards him. They see this now. This is now a great power struggle because with each person that goes to follow Jesus, they see it as them having lost some support. And the same thing happen now when bad man I look for man, them run with a country. Boy, win some not easy, you know. I true win some. I agree. Kaizen, what's up? It's Wednesday morning. How are you doing? You have your oatmeal already? Let us continue. Let us continue, guys. Verse 48, we're going to read again. We're going to read verse 47. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees into a council, and they said, what do we do? For this man does many miracles. If we leave him alone, all men will believe him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and our nation. Oh, Kaizen said him just come home, he working on his oatmeal. And one of them named Caiaphas. And one of them named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, he know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus should die for that nation. He wasn't prophesying that. That was already ordained, right? So I'm not prophesy it. All right. Verse 52. And not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of God that were scattered abroad. Then from that day forth, they took counsel together to put him to death. Jesus therefore walked no more openly among the Jews, but went thence unto a country near to the wilderness, into a city called Ephraim. Now remember, the city that was called Ephraim, wasn't that the piece of land that was given to Ephraim? Yeah, because remember, before before Moses died, Moses was distributing land, giving the land that they were slaying the people and taking the people's land and giving the land to the children of Israel piece by piece. Right, Shanice? You say me a glitch like the orange man, but me not understand because it's not raining here. It's not raining here, so I understand why the glitching. I don't know. Sometimes the internet just something because me I look for my other phone. Me I look for my other phone on the live, and the other phone say, "Wait, God, how many likes can you see on your side? How many likes can you see on your side? Because on the device for me, I use the live, me see 3.3, and on this device, me see 6.4. So me don't know which one right. Talk to me. Raw chattings, what's up, my love? How are you doing? Happy Wednesday to you. Today Wednesday, right? Happy Wednesday to you. How are you doing, my love? Let us continue. I don't know about the glitching. I'm not sure I can fix it, but just bear with me. Let us continue. We have just a few more verses to go. Jesus therefore walked no more openly among the Jews, but went thence unto a country near the wilderness, into a city called Ephraim, and there continued with his disciples. And the Jews' Passover was near. Oh, you see 3.5? Oh, I mean, I see 6.6. I don't know what top. People are top, but I see 6.6 over here, so I don't understand. I think them might give me 2 little likes. Sure. And the Jews' Passover was near at hand. And many went out of the country up to Jerusalem before the Passover to purify themselves. Now, that was a part of their custom. They had to go to Jerusalem to purify themselves. Then they sought Jesus, and they spoke amongst themselves as they stood in the temple. What do you think? That he will not come to the feast? So they're talking to each other, asking, you don't think Jesus is going to come to the feast? You think he's going to come up to the Passover? Verse 57. Now both the chief priests and the Pharisees had given a commandment that if any man knew where he was, they should show it, that they might take him. So even though them gone up to Jerusalem to go purify themselves, you see the irony of it? Them go up there to go purify themselves, to go ask for forgiveness of their sins, and yet still they are up there asking each other if anybody know where Jesus is, that they might go and capture him. So what kind of purification those people up there in Jerusalem asking for? What kind of purification are they asking for? When you go right there. This is, Jerusalem is their Mecca, where they go to purify themselves, to communicate with their creator and all these things. And even at that time, Uno still have hate and wickedness and cruelty on our heart. And I gotta ask the people them if them know where Jesus, they just tell you so uno can go catch him. Mighty God. And I see him say, the people are like go at church. Them say them I go at church this a Saturday or this a Sunday, go pray and go ask God for forgiveness. And in the same breath, them are pre wickedness against somebody. Oh, that Sharon, so what's up? How you doing? Good morning. Oh, can't tell me go back over YT because in Canberra. Me don't know why over TikTok a glitch. Me don't know. Let me see if I because the device they beside one next device. I don't think so, because sometimes when it is close to another device, it might cause some itching. I mean, I know because the likes not liking. On this one, it is saying 3.6. Oh my word! When some say breaking news, 9 people shot last night. Me I go send the Jews them up there, Moses. Trust me. Somebody need to go down to Jamaica. Jesus need to come out of the wilderness and go down there. Something now go on right at Jamaica. And at this point, it has absolutely nothing to do with the government. This is not a government thing. God says it's 6 point something. And over here, so on that phone here, Mr. 6.8. So I don't know what happened there, God. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. Ian Sweetness, how you doing? Yeah. As I was saying, something now going right at Jamaica because the people them just get so cool and heartless. Me hear somebody say yesterday, it look like it get worse since Kevin Smith dead, like Kevin Smith and lead some kind of evil upon the land. And me I say, I don't even know what to say where that is concerned, because people still have say Kevin Smith not dead. Mr. J.Y. Kerr wants something yesterday say the court just rule say in commit suicide because of what happened. You all know what happened with his with his death when he held onto the steering wheel of the police car, causing the car to crash, taking his life and the life of another police officer. So I don't know. You have sent God up there up a grand spend, 9 people get shot. It just seemed like one new kind of evil unleashed on my island. I mean, I like it. It's like a new kind of evil. The young people them have no direction. The young people them, too many young people, too many young men. Are there so many cursed wombs that are bringing forth these kinds of devils? What is going on, man? All these guns and stuff. I'm convinced that these people, because Jamaica is such a religious place, I'm convinced that these children, them hear about thou shall not kill a lot when they were growing up. How could they just grow up and just totally, completely forget all that they had been taught and are now so cold and so heartless? They must have taken some kind of psychedelic drug or something that makes them not be able to feel the pain that they are causing, to make them not feel anything, so that they can go out and perpetrate these crimes and don't think about it. And the funny thing about the thing, not even should I say the funny thing, but the thing about it is these young men go home to woman and go home, go make babies. Almighty God, when will it end? When will it end? When will it end? Will it ever end? It is terrible. It is terrible, I tell you. But people, I'm not going to stay here and lament anymore this morning. because we are going we are going to do I'm going to do another live later. But right now I have one appointment. I have an appointment in a few minutes, so I gotta get myself dressed and hit the road. So guys, I want to say thanks to everybody who came into the live. Rosalind, bless up yourself. um Raw Chattings, the amazing M&G, Winsome and Cardinal G, and everybody else who came into the live, Paul and Kazen and Craig and Charmaine. Charmaine, what's up? How you doing, my lovely sister? Charmaine is here as well, and Angie's here. Angie, what's up? Angie, Angie, what's up? The rose bloom last night. Angie, Angie, come back today after our rose done bloom last night. Anywho, guys, we are going to come back later on. Later on, we will be here again on the live. I hope you all have yourselves a great day. Have yourselves a fantastic day. And when we come back later, little more of the shenanigans from Trevessence. Until then, my friends, have yourselves a great day. Oh, somebody sent me one bracelet. Oh, thank you. Oh, that Charmaine. Thank you very much. I know Charmaine, my granny always say, you better walk for little something than sit down for nothing. So it's a good thing. Me did walk foot come over here, pan the talk. Forget a little bracelet leg. God bless you. Thank you very much. And who else did give me 2 roses this morning? I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you for the roses in my garden. Sister Trev, I hear you calling some names. I don't see them in the chat. Oh, Sister M and G, remember, we double stream. We double stream. Yeah, so we are on the tube and we are on the talk. I appreciate you, my love. I appreciate you. No problem. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, so that is where we are going to hop off the light. If me go and talk with him, I go late for my appointment. I have to go pay $30 if me late. So me cannot afford it. So therefore, me I go love you and leave you, right, Elisa? I'm gonna love you all and leave you all, guys. We will come back later. I hope when I come back later, I see you. I see me. God, me done with you. Goodbye. When I come back later, I will see you all, guys. So have yourselves a great day, guys. Until next time, this is Trev from Trevessence, where your journey matters. Have yourselves a blessed day, everybody. Just Mr. So give off a piece soup. Watch out, me I go be late.